InnovEU is back with a new episode and with new chronicles, of course. So we have a nice conversation with Alfonso Santaniello, and we'll be talking about, prepare yourself for this, top of the edge issues on training, the future of training. We'll be talking about the use of all top technologies, and we'll also discuss his long experience in these areas. So the guy really knows what he's talking about. Trust me, you will like this. I learned a lot, at least I can say that. Then we will also have another chronicle about an open call. It's IPA South Adriatic Interreg. This call is quite specific for restricted geographic area. To compensate that, then we have another chronicle about a different call, European Social Fund. It's a call open for innovative approaches tackling long-term unemployment. That's wide open for all Europe, and clearly it's an issue that is clearly important for all regions of the European Union. So all over Europe, it's a nice contrast with the Interreg project. I hope you like this episode. Please share, please like, please comment. See you, bye. Welcome back to InnovEU. We are here with Alfonso Santaniello. I hope I said it correctly. I'm terrible with names. I want to thank you for taking this time to talk with InnovEU. And I want to start by asking you, can you please tell me a little bit about Conform, your company?
Okay, thanks. My name is Alfonso Santaniello. I'm the CEO of Conform. Conform a PME, or small medium enterprise, innovative in Italy, and involved in 30 years old, from 1995, in approximately 1,000 projects in many regions in Italy, at national level, and in Europe, in South America, and China. For a long time, we have divided the Conform in different areas. First of all, the training. We support banks, assurance, multinational company, and small medium enterprise in all kind of training path, especially for upskilling or reskilling their workers. Okay. Our specialization in financial sector, business, innovation, new technology, and tourism, green, and digital transformation. In the second hand, Conform enlarged their experience in the cinema with the cinema production for films, for cinema, for web series, for television, and in particular with our models new education. We use the videos and films, series, short films, and series to support the students, to support the workers by new innovative approach to e-learning. E-learning use combined films and education. The technology in the last 10 years guaranteed the presence of a Conform in a lot of projects.
Changed a lot in the last 10 years.
Change a lot because we try to combine the different experience in one only environmental. Idea to start from the training, from the concept of the human support, and then we create cinema, technology, e-learning, and international.
That's quite ambitious.
Ambitious, complex, but very interesting, because you contaminate all the methodology with different language, different device, different technology. First of all, now divided our experience to support the cultural heritage with the business. And try to combine also the use of the cultural heritage in the business. So we are guaranteeing a lot of small medium enterprise the new approach to their open mind, for their business, for their brand, to connect it to the territory where they live, where they produce, and in the same time, for many important cities in Italy, we guarantee our experience for augmented, virtual, mixed, and high
You
technology.
didn't say where you are based. You talked about all the projects you have done all over the world, but where is the
Conform
based?
started in the south of Italy, in Avellino, near Naples, approximately 40 kilometers from Naples. And start in the south because it's, at the beginning the company will be an idea of a bank of a very important company in Italy, the Fiat. So for a long time we have the two different approaches, the approach for the financial, the approach for the automotive sector. Then we open in other region, Turin, it's normally, Modena, it's normal in Emilia-Romagna, and we have a very important office in Veneto, in Padova, in Naples, and now we try to enlarge our office also in other countries.
So you are all over Europe, but you are expanding to other countries.
We are working in Europe for a long time because we have a lot
What's
of
your
partners.
experience with the EU project? When was your first EU project?
My first project
do you remember?
in 1994, my first project to support the first project to help the immigrants in Italy for the Misericordia of Italy, the big organization for the human rights, and financed by a European project to guarantee the creation of the new house to support the migrants.
It was some time ago.
Then a lot of projects.
A lot have changed.
A lot of, but my personal experience is economical sector, so I concentrate my activity in the first for the financial sector, and then for the small medium enterprise transformation, and new business, new criteria to support their client, a new point of view, especially for the lot of transformation from 1994 2024. This incredible economical change, totally for a lot of crisis, a lot of situation.
Yeah, not always good. Yeah.
No, a lot of time where we must try to resolve a lot of different approach to the market.
Yeah. In these 30 years, is that a project you can select as your favorite, one that left very good memories, or are they all the same?
I have three different favorite projects. The first project in 2014 or 15, don't remember exactly, when we changed totally the approach to the learning. To the traditional learning. We combine national and regional government to the training system to use the cinema and the new technology to support the students. Because our idea to introduce two approach that represent the maximum for engage the audiovisual and the gaming. So this is the first project that changed totally our approach to the offers in the training sector.
Do you remember the name of the project?
The name of the project Center for the Experimentation of the Bank Sector, and immediately they're technical for valorization of a cultural heritage. Approximately two different projects in the same time, in the same period. That the first for the financial sector, two big banks decided to support this project, and the other for small medium area where is typical for very important attraction for the tourism, and especially for the cultural heritage. This is the first. The second one is the first project for the technology. AMI project and Basari, AMI, all projects we have created a new approach to valorize museum, city, a small city, I name it in Italy, is Borgo, I don't know exactly in English. Borgo is a typical small city,
village.
A small village where it's possible to find all tradition, all characteristic of the people lives there.
Political buildings,
historical buildings, a church, and many Romance ruins is present in our country everywhere.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find it. And the first one is the new technology with the application of artificial intelligence. Now we have developed a very important, very sophisticated platform called the Talent that we support the HR to analyze the gap of the competence of the workers and focalize on the recruitment, onboarding and upskilling and reskilling. And this system guarantees the analysis of the gap on the 25 soft skill, all the European framework, Digicom, Interreg, GreenComp, approximately 5,000 professional profiles in Italy connected directly to the Minister of Work, and then more and more other things. First of all, the curricula analyzed by the artificial intelligence, the interview to support a younger without experience to present itself to the company, etc.
Do you know that experience, famous experience with artificial intelligence in selecting personnel that was taking place in Amazon and was closed down because it was extremely, how do you say that, it was discriminating black population because it had learned with the...
I don't like everything of this.
So, can you avoid in that project? Can you avoid that kind of problem?
We use artificial intelligence to enlarge the opportunity for the peoples to know, to support their functional for their organizative position. First of all, because my idea of the artificial intelligence is divided in two different sectors. First one is in the training and in the cultural heritage sector. This is very important because it enlarges the opportunity to study, enlarges the opportunity to memorize immediately some concept, and at the same time to support the visit of a city. For example, one app we have produced from Naples, we are gamificate and all the city, and the tourists can support it by artificial intelligence to visit the city where we stay, the time, the weather, and many others. In the second, for the people works in the company, I don't consider the artificial intelligence a risk for the position, but as an opportunity. Because it depends from do you want to use the technology. If you use the technology to facilitate your repetitive task and to ask you to analyze big data or data and to support you to take a decision, more information, but information clear defined for the final goals, but everything depends from the capacity of the people to use this, from their experience, from their professionality, and their capacity to dedicate more time to analyze the client, to analyze the sector, to analyze the market, because if I cut the repetitive task and concentrate in other activity, probably the quality of the work and the quality of the life is better.
That leads me to my final question, which is always looking at the future. You kind of just laid down what you want to do in the future, but can you somehow summarize it? What kind of projects would you like to do involved
now,
in
in this moment,
for the future.
this moment we are involved in a lot of projects for PNR, having the new generation that the fund financed by European Commission to the Italy, and we are focalized on a lot of activity to support the public authority to enlarge the criteria to engage the tourists, the people, to visit the city, to use a museum, to use the cultural heritage, not only to visit the city, but also to understand the characteristic of a city, the characteristic of a people, their story, their ancient tradition, enogastronomy, and many other typical things represent the story of our countries. A country is very complicated because it has a lot of story, because it's typical in the north, in the center, in the south, and in a lot of area we have a big experience, represent more than 2,000 years. Very important. Romans, but not only. Many dominations, Spanish, French, Arabic, all this is culture. This culture is combined with the style of our country, and we support the small medium enterprise to work in this context and to use this context to enforce their brand, their marketing approach, to sell in Italy, but first of all abroad.
That's what your expectations for the future. I think I can see you will have a lot of fun doing that. I think you like that very much. Do you have a final message?
We spend a lot of time to search in progress the innovation, but without to lose the central focus of our activity, the human thread. Everything we start from the human, so everything we propose by Erasmus, by Interreg, by a national or regional project depends from the concept that we must support the final beneficiary of our action, and we use technology to support the methodology to enlarge and the training to sustain their experience step by step in a world to change everywhere in every time.
I can't resist making one final question. I said I was going to finish, but I have one more question. Do you feel you can compete with the Americans mostly, with the highly advanced economies that are apparently ahead of Europe in artificial intelligence and other fields? Do you feel you can compete with them?
But the rules for to use of artificial intelligence in the USA or in Europe, it's necessary. They decide, I suppose yesterday in G7 we decided some more important things. It's normal, but everything it's necessary to decide the rules. It's the same at the beginning when we started with internet. I do remember. Or many other innovation, every innovation, any technology to change the approach, change the life, change the mentality of the people. It's necessary to use the rules, but the rules means not closed, but only to avoid that the people use in no correct way the new technology, because the new technologies don't change in negative, but change in best way to resolve the problems for the life, for the health, for the tourism, for the people who can work in different way, and to start new criteria to work that in the past doesn't exist. Okay, it's not necessary to have, I don't know in English, paura, fear of the future.
No fear for the future. Okay, I like that closing remark. Thank you very much for this time.
But it depends from the other what to decide if the future is better or not. Because if they decide to go with bombs and many other non-necessary things, but now it's very, very dangerous for the future of our planet, of Europe, and in general with the world.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.
Are you ready to make a real impact in the South Adriatic region? The Interreg IPA South Adriatic call for standard project proposals is now open. This is a unique opportunity to collaborate across borders and drive innovation and sustainability in Italy, Albania, and Montenegro. Here's what you need to know. Eligibility. Public bodies, bodies governed by public law, and private non-profit organizations from Italy, Albania, and Montenegro can apply. Partnerships. Form a team with partners from at least 2 participating countries. Projects with partners from all 3 countries or both Italian regions, Puglia and Molise, score extra points. When considering the budget, proposals should range between 600,000 and 1,500,000 euros. Co-financing rates are quite favorable. Italian partners receive 80%, while Albanian and Montenegrin partners receive 85%. As for the duration, projects should last between 18 to 30 months. Pre-financing. Get 20% upfront upon signing the subsidy contract. Expected outcomes. Innovate in areas like SME competitiveness, climate adaptation, biodiversity, energy efficiency, sustainable transport, skills development, and inclusive tourism. Don't miss this chance to contribute to the region's growth and sustainability. For more details, visit the Funding and Tenders portal. Join us in shaping the future of the South Adriatic region. Submit your proposal today.
Are you ready to create a positive impact on long-term unemployment? The European Social Fund Plus invites you to apply for the Innovative Approaches Tackling Long-Term Unemployment call. Here's what you need to know. Eligibility: public or private entities from EU member states, EEA countries and associated countries can apply. Partnerships: collaborate with at least 2 partners from different eligible countries. Budget grants range from €1 million to €3 million, covering up to 80% of project costs. Duration: projects should last 36 months. The objectives of the call are threefold. Firstly, to facilitate the integration or reintegration of long-term unemployed individuals into the labour market. Secondly, to foster social inclusion by addressing the barriers these individuals face. And lastly, to scale up or transfer proven social innovations. The supported activities under this call include several key initiatives. Strengthening collaboration and capacity building aims to build capacity among stakeholders and facilitate collaboration through local employment committees. Fostering partnerships with local communities and employers encourages community-driven job creation. Collaborates with local employers and develops training programs integrating social entrepreneurship. Mapping and reaching out to the target group involves conducting research to target long-term unemployed individuals, mapping their needs, and providing guidance. Empowering the long-term unemployed through tailored support and guidance, offers personalized support, develops transferable skills, and provides ongoing mentorship. Offering various working options establishes social enterprises, implements subsidized employment, and adopts flexible work arrangements. Lastly, participating in mutual learning events engages in events organized by the European Competence Centre for Social Innovation. The expected outcomes of this initiative include improved capacity to tackle unemployment, enhanced stakeholder cooperation, reduced long-term unemployment in target areas, and strengthened personalized support services. Don't miss this opportunity to make a difference. For more details, visit the Funding and Tenders portal. Join us in addressing long-term unemployment. Submit your proposal today.
InnovEU, the EU Project Chronicles, is a weekly video podcast. Please subscribe to Polixoc's newsletter to receive every podcast episode. And if you like receiving it, please press like in whatever platform you are watching or listening. Also, please share InnovEU and Polixoc with anyone you feel will enjoy it. Credits: author and host Fernando C. Gaspar, music Hugo Gaspar, Lisbon, Portugal, 2024. Reach us by email or DM.